Welcome back to our channel Asma English. Today, we have a very special story for you, a long and exciting adventure made for English learners. In this story, we will follow three close friends from the quiet town of Riverstone. Adam, the calm dreamer who loves reading and discovering new things. Lena, the smart problem solver who believes every challenge has a solution. Sammy, the funny and energetic friend who brings joy and courage to every moment. Together, they go on a surprising journey deep inside the forest, where they find a mysterious map, an old cabin, a hidden treasure, and even a wise guardian of the woods. Their adventure will teach them about friendship, bravery, and the real meaning of treasure. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this long, simple, and magical story. Let's begin our adventure with Adam, Lena, and Sammy. Chapter 1: The Beginning. In a quiet town called Riverstone, there lived three friends, Adam, Lena, and Sammy. Adam was a calm boy with big dreams. He loved reading books, especially books about faraway places. He always imagined himself traveling, meeting new people, and discovering new things. Lena was the smartest girl in the neighborhood. She loved solving problems. When something was broken, Lena was the first person who tried to fix it. She believed that every problem had a solution if you stayed patient enough. Sammy was different. He was funny, energetic, and always full of ideas. Sometimes his ideas were crazy, but they always made the others laugh. Sammy believed that life should be fun, even when things were difficult. The three friends grew up on the same street. They went to the same school, walked together every morning, and spent every afternoon in the town park. They always supported one another, and every person in Riverstone knew that they were inseparable. But one day, something happened that changed their lives forever. Chapter 2: The Mysterious Map. One afternoon, the three friends were walking along the edge of the forest behind their town. It was a place they usually avoided, because the trees were tall, thick, and dark. But that day, Sammy wanted to explore. "Come on," he said with a big smile. "What if we find something amazing?" Adam hesitated. "It looks dangerous." Lena looked at both of them. "Let's just walk a little bit." "Not too far." They agreed, and they slowly entered the forest. The air felt cooler. The ground was soft and covered in old leaves. Birds were singing above them, but everything else was quiet. After walking for a few minutes, Adam saw something shiny under a fallen tree. "Wait. Look at this." The three of them knelt down and pulled out a small metal box. It looked old. Very old. "What is it?" Sammy asked. "I don't know," Adam said. Lena carefully opened the box. Inside, there was a map. The paper was yellow and soft, and the drawings looked handmade. There was a red X on the map, marked deep inside the forest. "A treasure map?" Sammy shouted. Lena touched the paper gently. "I think it is." Adam looked at the trees around them. "Maybe we should follow it." And that was the beginning of their long journey. Chapter 3: Into the Forest. They followed the map deeper and deeper into the forest. The path became narrow, and sunlight barely reached the ground. They heard strange sounds, rustling leaves, cracking twigs, and distant calls of animals they had never heard before. Sammy tried to stay brave, but sometimes his voice shook a little. "Guys, if something jumps at us, I'm running." Lena laughed softly. "Nothing is going to jump at us." Adam kept looking at the map. "It says we need to find a small river." After an hour of walking, they heard water flowing. A narrow river cut through the forest, just like the map showed. They followed it until they reached a wooden bridge that looked very old. "Is this safe?" Lena asked. Sammy stepped on it. Only one way to know. The bridge creaked under their feet, but they crossed safely. On the other side, the forest looked different. The trees were older. The ground felt cooler. And the air felt heavier, like something important was waiting for them. Chapter 4: The Old Cabin. After more walking, they reached an old wooden cabin. The roof was damaged, and the windows were broken. "This place is creepy," Sammy whispered. Adam checked the map. The X is behind the cabin. They walked around it and found a big stone with strange symbols carved into it. The map showed the same symbols. Lena touched the stone. "Maybe the treasure is under this." But the stone was too heavy to move. They looked around the cabin to find something that could help. Inside the cabin, it was dusty and dark. There were old tools, broken furniture, and a smell of wet wood. On the floor, Adam found a long metal lever. "This might help," he said. They went back outside, placed the lever under the stone, and pushed together. The stone slowly lifted. Underneath, there was a small wooden chest. "We found it!" Sammy shouted. But the chest was locked. Chapter 5: The Hidden Key. The map didn't show a key, so they searched around the cabin again. Lena found a wooden box on a high shelf. Inside, there was a tiny key. She held it up proudly. "I think this is it." They ran outside and opened the chest. Inside, they found a book. Sammy blinked. "A book? No gold? No diamonds?" Adam opened it. The pages were handwritten, full of stories, drawings, and lessons. "It's a journal," he said. A man wrote about his adventures, his mistakes, and everything he learned. Lena read a page out loud. "True treasure is not gold. It is the wisdom you gain from every journey." They looked at each other. "So the treasure is knowledge?" Sammy asked. Adam nodded slowly. "Yes. And maybe this book is meant for us." The three friends sat under the trees and read the old journal together. They spent hours reading the man's stories about courage, friendship, patience, and hope. As they read, they realized something important. This journey brought them closer than ever before. And that was the real treasure. Chapter 6: The Guardian of the Forest. The three friends sat beside the open chest, still holding the old journal. The forest around them grew quiet, almost too quiet. Even the birds stopped singing. Suddenly, they heard slow footsteps behind them. Adam turned first. A tall old man stood near the trees, holding a wooden staff. His hair was white, and his clothes looked handmade from natural materials. His eyes were kind, but strong. Lena whispered, Who is that?" The old man smiled gently. "Don't be afraid. My name is Elias. I am the guardian of this forest." Sammy gulped. "Guardian? Like a protector?" "Yes," Elias said. "For many years, I protected this cabin, this map, and the journal you now hold." Adam took a step closer. "Did you write it?" The old man nodded slowly. "It was my story, my knowledge, and my journey. But I am old now, and I cannot explore anymore. So I left the journal for someone brave enough to find it." Lena asked, "Why us?" Elias looked at them with warm eyes. "Because you worked together. You helped each other. You did not fight. You did not give up. That is the spirit of true explorers." Sammy smiled proudly. "So, we passed the test?" "Yes," Elias said softly. "And now, I have something more for you." He reached into his bag and took out 3 small wooden pendants, each carved with a symbol. Adam's had a compass. Lena's had a lantern. And Sammy's had a feather. "These represent your strengths," Elias said. "A compass for Adam, because he leads with thought. A lantern for Lena, because she brings light to every problem. And a feather for Sammy, because he carries the joy that every adventure needs." The friends held the pendants tightly, feeling something warm and magical inside them. Before they could ask more, Elias slowly stepped back into the trees. "Your journey is not over yet," he said. "The forest still has more to teach you." And he disappeared into the shadows. Chapter 7. The Echo Lake. With their new pendants, the friends felt brave. Adam opened the journal again and noticed something they hadn't seen earlier, a drawing of a lake with the words, "Where the water repeats what the heart says." Lena pointed at it. "Echo Lake. I think it's near here." Sammy grinned. "Let's go. Maybe there's another treasure." They followed a thin trail deeper into the forest. The air became cooler, and a soft fog covered the ground. After some time, they heard water moving. Finally, they reached a large lake. The surface was perfectly smooth, like a mirror. Sammy threw a small rock into the water. The ripples spread, and then they heard something unexpected. A soft voice whispered back the exact words Sammy said earlier. "Let's go. Maybe there's another treasure." Sammy jumped back in shock. "Okay, that was creepy." Lena laughed. "It's called Echo Lake for a reason." Adam walked to the edge and looked carefully at the water. "Maybe the lake repeats our words, but also shows something more." He closed his eyes and spoke softly. "I want to know my future." The water rippled, and then a faint shimmering image appeared, Adam exploring different places, meeting new people, and studying new cultures. Lena stepped forward, curious. "I want to know my purpose." The water moved again. It showed her working in a laboratory, building things, solving problems, and helping others. Then Sammy walked forward. Okay, my turn. I want to know what makes me special. The lake shimmered and showed Sammy entertaining children, creating stories, making people smile, and bringing joy everywhere he went. The three friends looked at each other. It's showing us what we can become, Adam said. It's showing us our path, Lena added. It's showing us that we're awesome, Sammy shouted proudly. They stayed by the lake for a long time, feeling calm and hopeful. Then Adam closed the journal and said, "It's time to go home." Chapter 8, Going Home. The sun began to set, and the forest turned orange and gold. "We should go back," Lena said. They walked out of the forest, tired but happy. The journal was safe in Adam's backpack. Sammy smiled. This was the best adventure of my life. Adam looked at the trees behind them. We learned something today. Lena nodded. The world is full of secrets. And sometimes the greatest treasure is what you learn, not what you find. When they reached Riverstone, their parents were waiting, worried. But when the three friends told them everything, their parents were proud. That night, Adam placed the journal on his desk. He opened it and read the last page. If you find this book, continue the adventure. And write your own story. So he did. And from that day on, Adam, Lena, and Sammy continued exploring, learning, and discovering the world one journey at a time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's long adventure with Adam, Lena, and Sammy. Your support means a lot to us, and it helps the channel grow every day. If you liked this story, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends who want to learn English through stories. Before you go, I have 5 questions for you. Write your answers in the comments below. Which character did you like the most, Adam, Lena, or Sammy? Why? What part of the adventure was your favorite? If you found a mysterious map, would you follow it? What do you think is the real treasure in life? Do you want a part 2 or a new story with new characters? I can't wait to read your answers. Thank you again for your time and your amazing support. See you in the next story. Goodbye, and keep learning English with us.